Big boy fella not in the house. Yes, sir, buddy. Big boy fella here at you. Tuesday morning here, probably about midday. I think it's 11:20 hours a.m. here in Timmersville at my Upa house here. Weather is essentially same as it was Sunday. Cloudy skies, low-hanging skies, possibility of rain, maybe as much as 20-25%, a little bit of winds coming out of the northwest at or about 5 miles an hour. Breeze and humidity relatively low at or about 20%. Anyway, I'm getting ready to go see this fella here. He's going to look at this auto for me for a couple of minutes here. Just want to comment on that game last night. That game last night, the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Man. First of all, let me shout out to the TV crew that's carrying that game, the sports department, Fox Sports. They doing a dang on good job of all the angles of view and all that kind of stuff. You know, the picture quality is excellent. Blah, 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 blah. That's what we get in 2024. If we go back to 1995, as good as it was then, the picture quality, the cinematography, essentially, is nearly 100% better now. You can see, when these guys are sliding in the base, you can see the grains of sand flying from the heel of their shoes or whatever. It's just that sharp. The images. These images come out of this World Series is like something you've never seen before. It's like looking at high definition, 8,000 Ks on a jumbo screen. It's just that good. Coming from a regular 1080 television, you can get that. But the thing I want to talk about is, man, oh man, oh man. The New York Yankees got their backs to the wall. Man. Now listen, they're going to play tonight. They're going to play again tonight at 8 o'clock. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this is it. This might be all of it. This might be all she wrote. New York got their backs to the wall. Woo! Down 3 games. No wins, 3 losses. And the World Series is about the best of 4. So, the Dodgers could close this series out tonight. I was saying essentially, hopefully we can get 7 games out of this World Series. Well, that's probably not going to happen. In fact, if you're a betting man, go to the bank, get all the money you got out of the bank, bet it all that this thing don't go to 7. As a matter of fact, if New York Yankees actually got their stuff together tonight and they win in their 3 games that were tied up, Game 7 would be in Los Angeles. And if that's the case, most likely the Yankees will win the World Series. Now, there has been teams that found themselves down 3 games and had came back and won, but it very rarely happened. I think it may have happened 3 times in the history of the Major League Baseball. Now, keep in mind, the oldest professional sports in America is Major League Baseball. I believe Major League Baseball came on board sometime shortly after the Civil War, like 1870 or something. So Major League Baseball is approaching 150 years. Now, if we go back the last 90 years, how many teams has came back from being down 3-0 to win the World Series? I said no more than three. No more than three. So I'm saying 2 or 3 teams had did it. Question is, can New York Yankees do it? If I'm a betting man, and I don't bet, I don't do wagers because I'm one of these guys who I don't bet. Nah, I think there's an ethical issue with betting. So, but nevertheless, I would say no. It's not going to happen. They don't have the iconic not just iconic, but they lineup just doesn't have the kind of you know the demeanors in players, the strong will to win to make that happen. Even though they got a good lineup, but it's marginal at best. If I mean, the Dodgers has played in the World Series like 4 times in the last 6 years, so that carries weight. So they quite experienced at this. Last time the New York Yankees was in the World Series was 15 years ago, and I can't remember who they played, but I'm sure they won. That probably was when Girardi was coach. Joe Girardi was coach. I'm not sure who they played. I want to say Tampa Bay, but I'm not really sure. But anyway, no chance. Yeah, but let me tell you that play. There's 2 plays last night that was ironic, legendary plays, essentially. The first play was at the plate. The Dodger, I believe, it was a double. Some guy slapped the double out the center field. The guy came in from coming in from second. They sent him home. This was a Dodgers play. And the New York Yankee player, whoever, I don't know. Now, I don't know these players by name because I'm not that big a baseball fan. But I love the postseason. I will say I love the postseason. Yes, nothing better than postseason baseball, World Series postseason baseball. And that play was made at home plate. And they had to go to the replay, the instant replay, to determine whether the player was out or safe. Now, the referee, the umpire called them safe. No, correction. The umpire called the player out on the plate. So they went to replay. Now, in the replay, it was clear that the player was safe. But upon further review in the replay, they called the guy out. That was a legendary play. But theoretically, the player was out. But the player was safe. Theoretically, the player was safe. But they called him out. Dodgers went up 5-0 at that point. If that play would have been reversed. But that didn't happen. Couple innings later, same thing happened again. A shot went out to center field. The Dodgers center field, I think his name is Hernandez, something like that. The New York runner from second, they sent him home. And I'm telling you, that dang on center field throw that ball. I mean, everybody thought the guy had a chance. I don't know what happened, man. But man, they tagged that son of a gun out at home plate. I mean, it wasn't even close. And I said to myself, there's no way New York is going to recover from this play right here. That was a play that sealed their faith last night. Now, they still got a chance of making this thing interesting. But that play at home plate last night that the Dodgers made on that New York Yankee runner coming in the home plate was legendary. Man. But I'm telling you, I don't know, the weather favors the Yankees, I would imagine. The momentum Dodgers got in New York going to have to do something. They're going to have good pitching, and they're going to have good plays, defensive plays. Because this World Series had quite a few errors. I think they had 2 or 3 errors last night. New York Yankees made at least one or two of them. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, let me get ready to go down here. See this fella down here. I was at our Upar facility last night until about 8:15. I got a chance to look at a couple of innings of baseball there. I actually showed up about 5:30 or 6. Etc., etc., etc. Yeah, boy. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to try to get out of here a day or two after the election. I'm going to try to be back home in El Paso, Texas, Friday. I don't know what day is. Shit, maybe the 7th or something like that. 6th or the 7th. I got to go back. I got to go refresh my medication. I'm running out of medication here. Shit, but so I go there and get that. Now, that ain't the reason I'm going back. The reason I'm going back was because I'm going to have to move on off this because all I'm doing is sitting here in South Carolina. And I will tell you, our father is improving. Since I've been here, he improved greatly. He's eating better. His mobility is slowly but surely returning, and so is his strength. And his weight is also increasing. So it's a slow process, but progress is actually, he is showing progress, so we'll see. Wish I could stay longer, but I'm just too much out of my zone. So I need to get back and try to figure some things out. I'll be back though, but I'm gonna have to take a little pause. Anyway, like I be saying on these videos here, tell everybody you know I say hello. See you down the road. Y'all be good now. You're here. Yeehaw! You know, P.S. When we used to write letters way back in the day, right? When you ended the letter, you need to put something else, add another sentence or paragraph, whatever you always use P.S. I never did quite understood what that meant, the P.S. thing. It's the abbreviation of what? Put it in the comments. But this damn cameraman on this phone be pissing me off. Sometimes it's dark, sometimes it's light, and I'm saying, well, why? What's up with that? Why this camera keeps the lighting on this camera here? At least from my perspective, fluctuating like that. 1 minute it's dark, and next minute it's light, and it goes back dark and light, and all that kind of dumb shit. Anyway, we'll see you down the road. Yeah. Adios.